Ever wonder why some people can handle their emotions while others just can't seem to get a grip? You know the ones who either lash out or shut down when things don't go their way. Or maybe you've noticed people who have no idea how their actions affect others. Well, today we're going to break it down. We're talking about emotional intelligence, what it really means, why it's such a game changer, and how you can improve yours. By the end of this video, you'll know why emotional intelligence could be even more important than traditional intelligence. And trust me, I'm seeing firsthand how developing emotional intelligence can transform your life and your relationship. So you're in the right place to learn. Let's jump in. What exactly is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence, too, as some may call it, is all about being aware of your emotions, understanding them, and using that understanding to navigate life and relationships. It has five components. The first one being self awareness, which is all about recognizing your emotions as they happen. If you can identify when you're stressed or angry, you're way less likely to snap on someone and regret it later. The second is self-regulation. It's one thing to recognize your emotions, but can you control them? That's where self-regulation comes in. It's all about staying calm under pressure and managing your emotional reactions, especially when life throws you a curveball. The third is motivation. This is your inner drive, the way you use your emotions to fuel your goal. People with high emotional intelligence don't let setbacks keep them down. They turn emotions like frustration into motivation. The fourth is empathy. Now, this is the heart of emotional intelligence. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Empathy lets you connect deeply with people and truly get what they're going through. The fifth component is social skills. This is how well you manage relationships, whether it's keeping the peace at home or networking at work. Strong social skills will help you communicate better and build trust with. Now that we've broken down the five key components of emotional intelligence, you might be wondering how exactly these components impact your life. So let's take a closer look at how emotional intelligence influences your personal and professional success. Emotional intelligence is powerful. It affects both your personal and professional life. Let's break this down. First, in your personal life, high emotional intelligence helps you build strong, meaningful connections. You're more in tune with others and you're more likely to resolve conflicts calmly, and generally, you are a better communicator. When you're empathetic and socially aware, misunderstandings are way less likely. In the workplace, people with high emotional intelligence are better leaders. They stay calm under pressure, they manage team dynamics smoothly, and they inspire those around them. Studies have shown that leaders with high emotional intelligence tend to have more engaged teams and are better at resolving conflicts without the drama. Q, your intellectual intelligence can open doors. Your EQ, emotional intelligence, is what helps you thrive once you're in. It's what makes people great leaders, team players, and communicators. But how do you know if you're lacking emotional intelligence? Let's explore some signs and, more importantly, how you can improve if needed. All right, so how do you know if you or someone you know might be lacking emotional intelligence? Let's talk about the signs. You struggle with conflict. Maybe you get defensive or angry easily during disagreements instead of trying to understand the other person's point of view. You have trouble understanding others' feelings. If you don't pick up on emotional cues or miss when someone is upset, it can be hard to relate to people on a deeper level. You have emotional outbursts. If you find yourself reacting impulsively when you're angry or upset, it might be a sign that your emotional regulation can use some work. But don't worry, emotional intelligence isn't set in stone. It's something you can improve with practice. Here's a few tips to get you started. This mindfulness helps you become more aware of your emotions as they happen. When you're mindful, you can pause before reacting and choose a more thoughtful response. Active listening. Don't just wait your turn to speak. Listen to what others are saying with full attention. This helps build empathy and makes conversations more meaningful. And reflect daily, 2 minutes each day, thinking about how you handled your emotions in different situations. Could you have reacted differently or what worked well? And speaking of empathy, let's take a deep dive into why empathy is such an essential part of emotional intelligence and why it's the glue that holds relationships together. There's one thing that I want you to take away from this video. It's this. Empathy is the heart of emotional intelligence. Without empathy, it's nearly impossible to build meaningful relationships. Empathy allows you to step into someone else's shoes, and it's not just about feeling sorry for them. It's about truly understanding their experience and their emotion. When you show empathy, you can diffuse conflicts before they escalate. You build trust and rapport because the other person feels heard and understood. It's empathy that holds relationships together. While empathy is crucial, how does emotional intelligence stack up against traditional intelligence, which is your IQ, when it comes to let's compare the two? Now, you might be thinking, but what about IQ? Isn't that what really determines success? While IQ is important, here's the thing. Often the difference between being good and being great. IQ helps you solve problems and learn new skills, but EQ is what helps you work with others, lead teams, and build those strong relationships. Studies have shown that emotional intelligence is actually a better predictor of success in leadership roles and overall happiness. What happens when you have high emotional intelligence, but the people around you don't? Let's talk about how to navigate those situations. We've all been there, dealing with someone who just doesn't get it. They lack empathy, they don't listen, and they constantly create friction. So what do you do when someone around you just isn't emotionally intelligent? You can set boundaries. Don't let their emotional chaos affect your peace. Boundaries are essential for your mental and emotional well-being. You can use empathy. Even if they don't show it, you can still use empathy to understand where they're coming from. This can help you manage the situation with grace. And you want to stay calm. Don't match their emotional energy. Take a step back, breathe, and respond calmly. Leading by example can sometimes inspire others to be more emotionally aware. So, there you have it. Emotional intelligence isn't just a buzzword, it's the secret to thriving in your personal life, your career, and your relationship. By focusing on self awareness, empathy, and emotional regulation, you can improve your EQ and create a life that feels more balanced and connected. Choose one aspect of emotional intelligence, like self regulation or empathy, and focus on improving it this week. Set daily goals and practice these skills in real life situations. If you want to keep this journey going, be sure to watch the next video. Thanks for watching, and remember, emotional intelligence is something we all can build. I'll see you guys in the next video.